All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Machak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 20. It says, "For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you." All right, and I brought this out because, I'm going to go into this lesson, all right, concerning the importance, all right, or whose words matter. All right, because right now, man, to be honest, the only people whose words matter or mean something, all right, are the men of the Lord. Okay, those speaking in accordance, all right, with what the Lord has put the Spirit on us to speak. All right, and that's why I read Matthew 10 and 20, because the reason why our words are important and our words mean something is because they're not our words. All right, like we just read, it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father that which speaketh in you. All right, another precept, because when we go out there and we're prophesying, okay, the words that are coming out of our mouth isn't something we wrote down and premeditated and went to classes to get a degree on. And no, it's the Spirit of the Lord. Yo, man, you might go out there to speak with a certain topic in mind, and the Lord will have you go into something else, because it's what He wants to come out. And I always give the comparison with the artist and the microphone. Look, man, it's whatever the artist who's holding the mic, okay, wants to sing or wants to say, that comes out. That's what you hear. The mic is just there to emphasize or make the voice louder, all right, to publish the word, so to speak. Let me see. Luke chapter 10, verse 16. He that heareth you heareth me, and he that actually, let me see if I can red letter it. Yep. So it's the Lord saying this. So the Lord said, "He that heareth you," meaning us, or He was talking to His disciples, but that refers to that applies to us now. "He that heareth you heareth me." So when we go out there and we're prophesying, if you hear us and what we're saying, you hearing what the Lord is saying. All right, because He sent us. "He that despiseth you despiseth me." So if you despise us, really you don't despise us. You despise the Lord. Okay. Because for example, somebody, all right, will hate somebody else because of what that person supports or what that person stands for. You might have somebody that might ask you what your view on sodomites is, and you might be like, "Nah, I'm not with that," and they'll stop liking you because of what you support, because of your view. Just like you have people that hate others. Like, let's say somebody said they support Hitler. All right, people are gonna hate that person. Why? Because that person is supporting somebody that those people hate. Okay, so they don't necessarily hate the person for who the person is, but because the person supports somebody that they're opposed to. So in that sense, if you link it up here, he that despiseth you despiseth me, because they don't really hate us or despise us for us, but for the words we're speaking, the words that we are in support of, which come from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So like it tells you in the book of John, because they hate Yahweh Yahweh Shai, they're gonna hate us because we're promoting Yahweh Yahweh Shai. You see? So that's why the Lord said, "He that despiseth you despiseth me," because the only reason they're despising you is, let's get it real quick. All right, and this is called speaking with the scriptures. Because I'm gonna show you Luke 6:21. There it is. "Blessed are ye when men shall hate you," Luke 6:22, "and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil." Why? "For the Son of Man's sake." So in other words, because of the Son of Man that you're promoting, people are going to hate you. They're going to separate themselves from you. They're going to reproach you. They're going to cast out your name as evil. Why? Because of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. See? So as we're reading here, Luke 10 and 16, guess what? He that despiseth you despiseth me. Because the only reason they despise us is because we speak about Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, showing you that this world hates Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right. It says, and he that despiseth me despiseth him that sent me. And that's why I started with Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. All right. Because the ultimate message comes from Yahweh, the Most High. Okay. Through Yahweh Shai through the Holy Spirit. And then we come out here and do what we've been commanded to do. All right. Nonetheless, the point is, the only words that really matter, all right, that mean something are the words we're speaking. Why? Because they're coming, it's a chain of command. It's coming all the way from the top. All right. It's coming all the way from the top. Now you got people, all right, that really think that what they believe and what they say means something. It doesn't mean a damn thing. You got people that want to say, well, Edomites are done away with because they're afraid that they themselves are Edomites. My man, it's not that's not gonna automatically change anything. All it is gonna just make you look like an ignorant, idiot. All right, because the proof is there. Where's the proof? Input it. That's an inside joke, but the proof is there. Okay, so for if you're saying that your words in believing that, it doesn't mean anything, man. All right, and I'm gonna prove it. Okay, because at the end of the day, the Lord has already set it in stone. Isaiah 55 and 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. See? And the problem is here for you guys is that the Lord has already sent the word out of his mouth. All right. So these prophecies, the Lord already sent them out, and they're not going to return void. Some of them have already come to pass. Some of them are coming to pass as we speak. And some of them will come to pass in the future. The prophecy in the book of Obadiah about Esau being destroyed after 1,000 years of slavery and being burnt up and exterminated. Guess what? Those were one of the words that went out of the Lord's mouth. And so it's not going to return unto him void. The thing for you is that the Lord has already said, it's already out of his mouth. He's already said it. So it's going to happen. All right. He said it. He pre-said it, before you were even thought of. All right, before you were even created. So you coming now after it's been said and saying, oh no, the Edomites are done away with, and or this or that or this, that's not going to change anything that's been set in place. It's still going to happen regardless. So your words don't mean anything. You might say that to comfort you, all right, because you fear, but you know what? That's how the Lord set it up. Okay. This is Acts chapter 5, verse 38. It says, and now I say unto you, refrain from these men and let them alone. For if this counsel or this work be of men, it will come to naught. All right. And that's a lot of different people, man. Okay. You see, the thing about scoffers is their only power in what they say is just trying to get under your skin, trying to annoy you, trying to say something stupid, trying to get vainglory, trying to get people's emotions riled up, trying to build up a crowd against you. That's their only power in the words they speak. But see, the thing is, over here, we speak prophecy. All right. Our words, all right, which aren't really our words, but the things we say are backed by a whole chain of command. And we're talking about going back to the Most High, man. So you ain't got nothing on us over here. All right. It says, but if it be of the Most High, ye cannot overthrow it. So you fighting against these words, you fighting against these prophecies, it's not going to work, man, because it's of the Most High. Isaiah 55 and 11. The Lord has already said it, man. Lest haply ye be found even to fight against God. And a lot of people are doing that, whether they realize it or not, man. When you come against us, you're fighting against God because, like I read in Luke, the words we're saying are from him. So when you come against that and you try to butt heads with it, you're really opposing the Most High. All right. You want to talk about the Edomites don't exist in this day and age, you're opposing the Most High, because the Lord said what? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You know. But see, it's funny how you have Edomites, all right, that oppose the Most High, spiritually. They try to fight against them, with this word, and then physically, when Yahweh Shai comes back, they're gonna fight against them. And guess what? They're gonna lose now, and they're gonna lose then. All right. This is Romans chapter 3, verse 3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? God forbid. Yeah, see, so it doesn't matter if you don't believe what we're telling you, and it doesn't matter what you believe after that, because your unbelief is not going to make the faith of the Most High without effect. The faith that we have in the prophecies that the Most High has said is gonna remain. Those prophecies are gonna come to pass. Okay. Whether you see, the value of your words are just as though you had not said them. All right. Whether you said it or not, it wasn't going to change a thing. Why? Because your words hold no weight. Your words have no power. Your words are vain. All right. It says, God forbid, yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar. As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. All right. Oh, beautiful. Isaiah 46 and 10. Let me see. Oh, verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me. All right. Declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done. Saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. It tells you in Revelation that we were created for the Lord's pleasure. Okay. So he said he declares the end from the beginning, and from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done. You know why? Because he makes them happen. It's not, oh, how do you know that's going to happen? I'm going to make it happen. You know, saying my counsel shall stand. And we teach the Lord's counsel, man. As it tells you in Proverbs, the first chapter, they would none of my reproof. How is the Lord reproving them? Through us. So we know what the Lord's reproof is. We know what his counsel is. Amos 3 and 7. All right. Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. A part of that secrets is the counsel, which we know, and that's why we teach it. And it will stand, because it's the Lord's counsel. All right. And I will do all my pleasure. Okay. So this is the Lord's pleasure, man. And you listen. The Lord called Jacob a worm, and Jacob is the Lord's chosen, man, Israel. So what level of insignificance do you think you would be being an Edomite? Come, not only just a regular, but an Edomite that's proud and coming against the word of the Lord, coming against the men of the Lord. You know. Moving on. This is Acts chapter 23, verse 12, because I'm gonna get some examples of people who had said things that really didn't mean anything because they didn't come to pass. Just because you say something, all right, and you might strongly believe in it, does not mean it holds weight. It might only hold weight in your mind, okay? But the words that really matter are words that hold weight outside your mind. Words that actually make a difference in reality. And those are the words we speak as prophets, because they are prophecies that come to pass, man. All right? This is Acts chapter 23, verse 12. And when it was day, certain of the Jews banded together and bound themselves under a curse, saying that they would neither eat nor drink till they had killed Paul. And they were more than 40 which had made this conspiracy. And they came to the chief priests and elders and said, we have bound ourselves under a great curse, that we will eat nothing until we have slain Paul. All right. Now it says, verse 15. Now therefore ye with the counsel signify to the chief captain that he bring him down unto you tomorrow, as though ye would inquire something more perfectly concerning him, and we, or ever he come near, are ready to kill him. See? So they had set up a plan. They put themselves under a curse. They bound themselves with an oath saying, nah, we ain't gonna eat or drink till we kill Paul. When you read in the book of Acts, they didn't kill Paul. They didn't get to kill him. All right. So your words, you going to the chief priest and letting them know, yo, man, tell the captain to bring him down here, set it up because we're gonna kill him and all that. That conspiracy was just that was a theory. All right. It didn't come to pass, man. All right. Those words were vain. They were void. You know why? Because as we read here in Acts 5 and 38, guess what? Uh, um, uh, Going to the point, for if this counsel, if this counsel of this work be of men, it will come to naught. All right. So guess what? This came to naught because Paul, I think it was Paul's nephew. Okay, his sister's son. Yep, Paul's sister's son. So Paul's nephew heard it. All right. The Lord had him hear it, okay, and went and told Paul, and the Lord, put the spirit on certain men, and they delivered Paul out of that. See? Because the words that these men spake, though they had serious intentions behind it, it wasn't of the Most High, so it came to naught. It didn't mean a damn thing. Okay? See, now had a prophet come and said that to somebody else, a wicked man, like, yo, whatever this, that, this is gonna happen to you. You're gonna die at this time. Guess what? The difference is the prophet wasn't the one who just sat there and said, yo, I'm just gonna create this out of my own mind and come out and tell you. No, the prophets, that's why we're messengers. The prophet was there, and usually when you read in the scriptures, it'll tell you what, and the word of the Lord came upon so and so, and then he went and prophesied. So if a prophet came and gave a message like this, it would be because he was told a message like this. Amos 3 and 7. Why? Because the Lord was about to make it happen. So he sent a prophet to go let it be known. This is what's going to happen to you. Oh, Micah, all right, or Micaiah, from the book of Kings, he told Ahab, yo, you going to die when you go up to that battle, man. Now, it wasn't of his words. As a matter of fact, let's get it. Ahab. There might be a lot of scriptures that pop up here. I think it's in Second Kings. Oh, it might be in Chronicles. Let me see. You know what? Hold on. Lord. Okay. That just opened a new tab. So, like, yeah, let me see if I could. Yep, there it is. 1 Kings 22 and 8. It says, and Jehoshaphat, and Jehoshaphat said, is there not, and Jehoshaphat was the king of Judah, because this was during the split. It says, is there not a prophet of the Lord besides that we might inquire of him? Because Jehoshaphat had gone to meet Ahab. All right, let me see. What is his name? All right, but nonetheless, I'll read verse 2. And it came to pass in the third year that Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, came down to the king of Israel. All right. And then, he basically asked him, yo, come help me out. We're going to go, because they were warring with Syria, as it tells you in verse 1. And they continued 3 years without war between uh, um, Syria and Israel. But Ahab had asked Jehoshaphat to go with him to Ramoth Gilead. All right. So they had come. That's why Jehoshaphat was asking, is there not a prophet of Yahweh here? Because in Israel, all right, when you read it, they kicked out a lot of the Levites and the men of the Lord, because all they were doing there was idolatry. Okay, so you'd have wicked ass prophets and prophets of Baal and all that, but that's for the most part what you would have. Okay, nonetheless, they let me read verse 8. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is one man, Micaiah, the son of Imlah, by whom we may inquire of Yahweh. But I hate him, for he doth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. And Jehoshaphat said, let not the king say so. But jumping down to the point. Here it is. Verse 13. And the messenger that was, because they sent a messenger to go call Micaiah, that was going to call Micaiah, spake unto him, saying, behold, now the words of the prophets declare good unto the king with one mouth. Let thy word, I pray thee, be like the word of one of them, that speak that which is good. And Micaiah said, as Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai liveth, what the Lord saith unto me, that will I speak. Okay, and that was the point that I was making right there, man, that the difference between those men, all right, that wanted to slay Paul and all of that, like I said, if a prophet had come and gave a message like that, it would come to pass. Why? Going back to Matthew, do I still have that? I think I might have. Hold on, I might have it here. All right, why? Because going back to Matthew 10 and 20, let me see. Matthew 10 and 20, for it is not ye that speak, but the spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. Okay, so like we read here in the book of Kings, like Micaiah said, he's only going to speak what the Lord has told him. You see, that is the the difference between the two, man. That's why our words matter and our words hold weight over what other people's words or what they say is, because we speak the words of the Heavenly Father. All right, they speak the words of their own opinion, their own mind, their conclusions that they've come to. Okay, and that's why a lot of people don't want to be taught, because they want to come up with their own. The scriptures tell you it's not up for any private interpretation, but they want to come up with their own interpretation out of their own mind. Okay, we teach what the Lord wants us to teach. All right, and since he put that spirit on certain men and revealed it to them, we learn from them. All right, so let me get this last precept. This is First Kings, another saying that came to naught. First Kings 19 and 1. And Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah had done, and withal how he had slain all the prophets with the sword. And Jezebel, how wicked as she was a Hamite. I believe she was the daughter of Baal. Okay, she was a Hamite that Ahab, all right, king of Israel, had married. All right, and the main wickedness that she did was slaying the killing of innocent blood, man. All right, she slew the prophets. She had Naboth slain, because Ahab wanted to buy Naboth's garden, all right, his land, and Naboth said, nah, it's my inheritance. I'm not gonna just sell my inheritance like that. So no, I'm not gonna give it to you. Ahab went home sad. Jezebel saw it and said, yo, why are you so sad? He said, oh, I tried to buy this field from Naboth, but he dubbed it. And you know what Jezebel did? She went and she wrote letters, all right, giving orders to kill Naboth, all right, and then she basically sent it in the name of Ahab, all right, because he was the king. And once they had killed him, she came and said, yo, go take the field, man. He's dead. You know? So she was a real wicked demon. But nonetheless, it says here, and she promoted, and see, that's the thing, man. You got a lot of, because Ahab was under a heavy influence by her as well, man. It says, and Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah had done, and withal how he had slain all the prophets with the sword. Because remember how they had the quote unquote contest, all right, where they both had, you know, the bullocks upon their altars, and the prophets of Baal were cutting themselves and yelling and crying and all that, and nothing happened. However, the Lord, when Elijah called upon him, he sent down fire. It says, yo, man, it devoured the bullocks, it devoured the altar, it devoured the stones, it licked up the water, everything was just gone. Because, you know, the Lord likes to show off, man. But afterward, he commanded them to slay all the prophets of Baal. So it says, then Jezebel sent a messenger unto Elijah, saying, so let the gods do to me, and more also, if I make not thy life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time. And guess what? She didn't. She didn't make his life like that. Her words were vain. But you know what? The Most High did do that unto her, because through the hands of Jehu, her ass was slain. Okay? And the prophecy the Lord had about her, all right, being eaten by the dogs and all that, it came to pass. Okay? It came to pass, man. And the house of Ahab was wiped out. Okay? Nonetheless, this is just an example showing you, because what happened to Elijah? Did he get killed by Jezebel? No. He got taken up in a whirlwind. As a matter of fact, the Lord had him translated to where he didn't even, quote unquote, see death as the normal man would. All right, he was just taken into the spirit world. Okay, so that's just showing you, man. Look, the words that we speak as prophets, man, they're heavy and they're important, because they come from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and that's why when that time comes, okay, oh, it's already right there. That's the spirit. Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. Okay, so that's how you're going to know. All right, it tells you in 2nd Esdras, then shall they be known who are my chosen. All right, the time is coming very soon when these prophecies start hitting. You're going to know which group had the truth. All right, you're going to know who were the men of the Lord. All right, but with that, I hope this was edifying unto the elect, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, and Shalom.